Hey everybody, welcome to Bliss Buzz. So a lot of you guys are used to getting this on a monthly basis via email, but I decided that I didn't want to write anymore. Like, I hate writing, and I do like giving people tips, but I like talking. So I was just like, I'm just gonna do this via video every month and just be done with it instead of trying to sit down and write it. I just want to talk. So for those of you if it's your first time receiving Bliss Buzz, welcome. So it's our monthly newsletter. So I guess now e-letter, e-video, what do you call this? Who knows? Where I do a couple of things. First, I tell people what's been going on with me. And then I also shout out some of my favorite wedding pros. And then I also give tips to brides who are in the process of planning their weddings. So with that being said, the first thing you probably want to know is, where in the world has Sam been? So my best friend and I, we went on vacation to Dubai this summer and had a blast. So Dubai is like Disneyland for adults, for real. They have the largest mall in the world, the fastest roller coaster in the world, the tallest building in the world, and we got to see and experience some and all of that. So we had a really, really good time. But I also had the opportunity to go to Paris and see Beyonce and Jay-Z in concert for the On the Run tour. Words cannot describe. That girl is just hot. I just love her. I just love her. And it was really good to see her and Jay perform together. So those were the two highlights of my summer, but I did a lot more than that. But it's fall now. It's time to get back into the swing of things and get back to taking care of clients, getting new clients, and things of this nature, like e-videos. So here we go. Next thing I want to do, all right, then is shout out my wedding pros. So first pro, gotta shout out Fig Media. They are here in Chicago. That's FIG, Fig Media, and we did a wedding together downtown Chicago at the Langham in August, and I had such an amazing time with that crew. Hey, James and Eric and Rue in Virginia, miss you guys. Can't wait for the next one. So if you're here in Chicago and looking for a great media company, definitely check out Fig. And of course, in North Carolina, I gotta shout out my office mate, Ashley Green, with Art by Ash. She did me and my girls' headshots last month. They came out so wonderful, just above and beyond our expectations. We've been doing headshots over the past years, and some of them have come out good, some of them not so good, but this time Ashley helped us nail it. So if you're still looking for a wedding photographer in North Carolina, definitely hit up Ashley Green with Art by Ash. And both Art by Ash and Fig Media are open to travel, so don't limit yourself. If you're looking at this video from another state, another country, don't be afraid to call them and say, hey, can you come do my wedding? And then they'll be like, yeah, and I'll be their assistant so I can like travel. So that's my two wedding pro shout outs there. And then final piece is tips for the brides. So I had a lot of fun doing our photo shoot for Bliss by Sam, and it just made me think about how people are doing a lot of engagement session these days. So want to give you some tips on your e-sessions, engagement sessions. So number one, get groomed. And I don't mean get a groom. I mean, get your eyebrows waxed, your mustache waxed, get your hair done, and your makeup did. Okay? Because these are going to be professional photos that you're probably going to use maybe on your stationery, maybe somewhere throughout the wedding. So, you just want them to look really, really good. So invest the time and the money into making yourself look really good. And I know I'm giving y'all tips right now, but I'm really tripping on the fact that there's like cold air coming out of my mouth. Y'all see that? It's October 15th. See, this is why I got to be spending the winter in North Carolina. And I did do my hair for this video too. Like, I don't want y'all to be like, she telling us to do our hair for her eye stuff and she ain't got her hair done. I promise you, this was like super curled before I got out here. Hold on. That's better. That's better. Okay. Tip number one, get groomed. Tip number two, coordinate your outfits. You got to coordinate. So don't be wearing bumblebee yellow and your groom gonna be having on like St. Patrick's Day green. Y'all gonna be looking like Notre Dame a little bit. So I'm gonna need you to coordinate your outfits, make sure y'all match, things look good, because that's gonna be important too. One of the things I did was I sent the dress that I was gonna wear to Ashley before we did our photo shoot and got it approved. I was like, ooh, I'm glad she liked it, because it took me a long time to find it. And I also made my girls send me what they were gonna wear to the shoot, and then if you go to our Facebook page and look at the photos, you'll see that it came out really, really good. So that's the second tip, is think about what you're gonna wear. And the third tip is work with your photographer and choose some fun locations and choose places that maybe mean something to you, or you know, maybe it's where you had your first date or your first kiss, something like that, and a place where you're comfortable, a place where maybe you guys share something in common that you like to do. So you know, Cub Stadium, awesome for engagement sessions. Bull Stadium, same thing if you're in baseball. So think about things like that, but also let your photographer know in advance if these are things you want to do, so they can plan accordingly and have their proper equipment and lighting and things like that. You don't want to get there on that day and be like, oh, well, I thought we was gonna go over the river and through the woods, and they're gonna be like, no ma'am. So make sure you tell them that in advance. So those are my 3 tips for you guys for your engagement sessions. And then final tip, and this is more about your bridal session. If you plan, this is a bonus, if you plan to take photos in your dress prior to your wedding day, please order a bouquet. Like, y'all forget that all the time. Put it as a line item on your floor order. That's what I have my florists, or my brides do. I asked them when we're going over the floor order, like, do you need a bouquet for your bridal session before the wedding? They're like, oh yeah, because usually you guys do think about your hair and makeup and stuff for that, but you don't think about the bouquet. And yes, you need one, because then your hand's gonna be looking like, what am I doing? You know, like some of the photos you can be like sassy and all that, but at some point you need to like have a bouquet. So that's the final bonus tip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Bliss Buzz, and I will see you next month. Bye.